Fox 29 News in HD is sponsored by X1 from Xfinity, changing the way you experience TV.
Right now, tracking a cold front on the move, scattered showers and thunderstorms right now, but temperatures are dropping overnight.
Chaos 2 nights in a row in a busy part of Center City. At the heart of it all, unruly teens.
Tonight, there are some big changes coming to popular stores and shops. The 10 o'clock news starts now.
Right now, we're tracking strong storms pushing their way through our area.
And you see right here, rain on our radar, and we showed you just a little while ago. There you see the Ben Franklin Parkway. Even raindrops on our lens there. Some areas are lighting up with lightning tonight. Good evening, I'm Jason Martinez.
I'm Sheba Russell. This storm is starting to impact us with heavy rain and strong wind. Scott, where is this system right now?
Right now, the worst of the storm is down the shore. We're talking about moderate to heavy rainfall, quite a light show as well as this cold front continues to push out to sea. We'll zoom in and take a look at Atlantic City, moving down the shore into sections of Cape May County, around Cape May, Wildwood, looking at moderate to heavy rain along with a lot of lightning. We'll move a little farther inland along the I-95 corridor. Just some light showers. Nothing is severe as this front continues to clear the coast. Damp and dreary outside of our studios. We saw some heavy rainfall in Center City about an hour or two ago, but temperatures, look at this, moving now into the upper 50s after high temperatures today made it into the 80s. So tracking that cold front overnight tonight as it continues to push out to sea. It's cloudy tomorrow morning and temperatures noticeably cooler for your Friday. Coming up, we'll talk about what it means for the Phil's home opener. Much cooler for your Easter holiday weekend, but the 80-degree temperatures, they will make a comeback as we get toward that 7-day forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, Scott, we'll see you soon. More chaos tonight in Center City with shoppers suddenly told that popular stores are closed. And Shawnette, this comes one night after yesterday's wild scene with hundreds of unruly teens.
Well, Jason, at one point, customers were told the entire Fashion District Mall was closed. We were told it was because of a fight that had happened inside. We also heard police overtelling customers the same thing. Cops, chaos, and confusion at the Fashion District this evening. Police show up before 5 o'clock, standing at mall entrances and with mixed messages for customers.
The mall is closed. Train station open. Only train stations open right now. All the stores are closing.
Some people were allowed to continue going inside. Others told the mall was closed. And seconds later, here you see people walking right in again. Then an officer turns around and resumes stopping people.
Train station. The train station. The mall itself is closed.
A mall security guard set off camera. Police were there in response to a fight inside. Once it cleared, police left and mall security took over. Several guards told us they were trying to keep kids out, but that the mall was back open.
There was ruckus going on in there today where they shut the gates down and wouldn't let nobody come in or leave out of the store.
Denise Butler was with her 3 daughters shopping at the Fashion District.
The kids got a little bit scared grabbing onto me.
Her 16-year-old daughter, Jade Noble, says she was down here last night with friends when crowds of kids flooded Market Street. 4 teens were arrested and 1 officer hurt when police say he blew out his knee trying to make an arrest.
Got crazy.
Annette Cheeks and her son Michael were leaving Burlington Coat Factory when things calmed down.
We need more security, more cops. And then again, I look, what good would that do? A whole lots of cops that I don't know. I just don't know.
The general manager of the Fashion District released a statement today saying, quote, "We are very disappointed by the actions of some of our Philadelphia youth that continue to cause stress in Center City. We have a solid security plan in place, however, cannot speak to details in order to preserve effectiveness." And the statement also said that the Fashion District has been working on a change that will require youth under the age of 18 to be with an adult when they come inside. That will begin every day at 2 o'clock. Reporting live in Center City, Shawnette Wilson, Fox 29 News.
Thank you, Shawnette. And breaking right now, there's a report of a mass shooting in Nicetown, Tioga. Dawn, you're at the scene. What can you tell us?
Well, Jason, I'm in the 3700 block of North Carlisle Street, where we know 4 people have been shot. If I step out of the way, you can see the evidence markers there in the middle of the street. Police are on the scene. So far, I have counted 23 evidence markers. We know again that 4 people were shot. This happened a little bit before 9 o'clock. We know that a 40-year-old man was shot twice in the leg. He was taken to Temple. A 25-year-old man was shot in the arm, and another man was shot in the buttocks. Also taken to the hospital was a 62-year-old woman. She was shot in the chest, and she is in critical condition. We talked to a man who lives on this block. He says that woman was kind of the Mother Teresa of the block and took care of everyone. And he told us tonight that he is just, you know, so frustrated and fed up by everything that's happening here. He's the father of 3 children and doesn't even want them to sit out on the porch and play. Here's what he had to say to us.
It was very sad because a person like that shouldn't have to go through like these type of conditions. They should be able to come outside, sit on their porch, and enjoy themselves. Rain, sleet, or snow. You know what I mean? If it's nice outside, that don't mean people should come outside and just start shooting guns.
Again, we know that 4 people have been shot, including a 62-year-old woman who is in critical condition at Temple University Hospital. At least 23 shell casings here on the 3700 block of North Carlisle Street in the Tioga Nicetown section. We are continuing to gather more information, and we'll keep you posted as we learn more. Jason?
Dawn Timoney, just disturbing details there. Thank you very much.
Developing now, a man shot multiple times inside Wild Styles Barbershop in Germantown. Police say just after 1 this afternoon, the gunman walked into the Germantown Avenue business, shot the victim while he was getting a haircut. He died at the hospital. 3
victims are recovering in the hospital tonight after a triple shooting in South Philadelphia. It happened around 5:15 this evening at the corner of 22nd Street and West Passyunk Avenue. 3 men, a 26-year-old, a 28-year-old, and a 31-year-old, were all hit by gunfire. Fortunately, they're expected to be okay. No weapons were found at the crime scene, and police are still looking for the shooter. A missing man in Berks County has been found dead. The body of 19-year-old Javian Perch was located last night in a wooded area along Oak Lane in Reading. Reading police had posted his picture when he went missing last week. Police say his death is being investigated as a homicide.
In Delaware County, family and friends are grieving the sudden loss of their 16-year-old loved one. His name is Cole Gotti, a student at Interboro High School. Philadelphia police say he was in the car with 2 friends when they collided with another car near the airport. And Jennifer, you spoke with his grieving parents. What are they telling you?
Yes, I did. A lot of heartbreak, but they are overwhelmed by the support during this time of grief, and they're even feeling a sense of peace, knowing that their son's acts of service made a difference in people's lives. Jennifer and Jim Gaddy have been watching this video of their son walking out their front door for the last time.
Well, I saw him Monday morning, but Monday afternoon, I only saw him on the security camera. Luckily, I was able to save those clips.
His parents say Cole was an old soul, including his taste in trucks. This was the proud day he bought his pickup truck in October.
Everything was old trucks, old cars, nothing new.
He actually paid for it with money he earned on his own. His parents say he was always busy working with his hands and started a landscaping business at 9 years old, now with over a dozen clients.
He has his father's determination and to do things to get them fixed and to get it done right.
On Monday night, Philadelphia police say there was a head-on crash by PHL Airport on Fort Mifflin Road. Cole was sitting in the back seat of a Honda with 2 of his friends up front. Their injuries were serious, and Gaddy did not survive.
To the young kids, and I'm not preaching, I'm just saying, I know you think you are invincible, and I hope you take this and learn that anything can happen at any time, and to just think before you do.
You can see in this GoFundMe, thousands of dollars have been raised in Cole's memory, his family receiving countless messages saying Cole did a lot for the community.
In honor of him, we made the decision to donate his organs, and luckily there were matches. So Cole is saving other lives. And that gives us great peace knowing that he is helping other people.
And the 2 other teens involved in the crash, they survived, and one of them is still being treated in the hospital. And Sheba, the family tells me they plan on holding a celebration of life for Cole at some point down the line.
You got to feel for that family tonight. You really do. Jennifer, thank you. 2 days after a large warehouse caught fire in Northampton County, the flames rekindling overnight. Firefighters returned to the scene in West Easton today. They got the fire under control and will keep monitoring for hot spots. The fire started on Tuesday. More than 20 departments responded. The cause is still being investigated.
Well, they say good things come to those who wait, and the wait is almost over. A live look at the gigantic new big screen Jumbotron at Citizens Bank Park. More on that in the days to come. Of course, it's quiet tonight. Rain still kind of falling in South Philly and throughout the Delaware Valley. But listen, 40,000 fans will be roaring there for the season opener tomorrow afternoon. First pitch scheduled for 3:05.
That's right. We had to wait an extra day here. The Phillies postponing the game from today to tomorrow because of the severe weather expected in the forecast here. The Phils taking on the Reds. Gates open at 12:35, and you'll want to be in your seats at 2:15 for the pregame festivities and the raising of the 2022 National League champions pennant. All tickets for today's game will be honored. Meanwhile, SEPTA wants to get you to and from the game safely. There will be extra service in the Broad Street line, along with 4 express trains headed toward NRG Station between 1:40 and 2:10.
Let's get a quick temperature check from the Phils fans out there. They're off to kind of a little rough start. They're 1-5 to start the season. They started on the road in Texas and New York. So how are you feeling here with that 1-5 start? Are you worried about the team's slow start, or is a million games this season, so are way too soon? Yes or no? Let us know what you think right now.
Well, you know.
100% of you, no, not worried at all. That's the kind of confidence we want to see from Phil's fans. Fox29.com/go vote. Again, there's like 155 or so more games left.
Yeah, and the poll just went up. We'll check back in on it, and you can also use that the QR code right there at the bottom.
Bottom? There it is.
Right there. Yep, there it is.
And by the way, tune into Good Day Philadelphia tomorrow morning. They'll be at Citizens Bank Park right there. I'll be joining Mike and Alex bright and early tomorrow from 8 to 10 a.m. They're going to have all kinds of fun things planned for opening day. It's a brand new, fresh season. Great to have baseball back in South Philly.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Philadelphia's Muslim community coming together tonight to celebrate the holy month of Ramadan. Tonight was the annual City Hall Iftar dinner. Local Muslim leaders led prayers, and those who observe the holiday were able to break their fast, which goes from sunrise to sunset during the entire month of Ramadan. It ends in just a few weeks.
Well, this food bank has been out of commission for more than a year since it was robbed. But the good news tonight is this pantry's finally back up and running with a little help from some friends.
Celebrating the gift of life in North Philly, 6 pediatric kidney transplant recipients raising the Gift of Life flag at St. Christopher's Hospital for Children. They are hoping to promote organ donation through events like this and to say thank you to all the people who've given countless others a second chance at life.
Having a program like this really helps people prevent from ending up in dialysis and eventually come out of it as well.
According to U.S. health data, more than 100,000 people are on the national transplant waiting list. Almost 2,000 of them are children.
A South Jersey woman started a food pantry out of her antique store during the pandemic, only to have it ransacked and robbed.
But the community, they are coming together to help out. Here's our Hank Flynn.
I am so grateful and verklempt about the whole thing. When she told me, I just broke down crying.
Height of the pandemic, Linda Orsuto started a food pantry in front of her Rancocas Village antique store. Someone complained, as they will, but people liked it. It grew and she needed more space.
So I decided to put it in my shop garage, which is part of my store, so I could get away with that, and I sell things out of there too. So we just emptied it out and decided to make that the food pantry.
That's when the pantry got robbed. December 2021, canned goods, refrigerated goods, all of it. The need for food, however, remains. Enter Karen Fenton, but don't give her any credit.
It is a wonderful thing, but I'm not doing it. You see these people? They're doing it.
Karen is West Hampton Home Depot community captain. She applied the pantry, which will now be called the Rancocas Food Pantry, for a grant to make it better than before. Eureka.
It's a miracle. It really is.
Home Depot workers and volunteers laid down stone to smooth out the driveway. They're putting in a new garage door to replace one with broken windows, a walkway. The walls get power washed and painted. The roof line gets a beautiful sign to top it off.
We usually don't have a lot of personal items that we could use, like soap, shampoo, Q-tips.
Linda says the pantry will be up again Friday. People they know need it. Karen just wants to help.
And I see people coming in all the time with their little bags, coming in just to get a few things to eat. And I think you forget sometimes how many of your own neighbors and your own friends are in need, and you just don't realize it.
We do get caught up in our challenges, but let's take a look at this. This garage door is brand new. The old one had broken windows in it. As it opens up, you can see the paint job, the new shelving, all of it. What you won't see is refrigerators and freezers. They don't do perishable here. Don't bring dairy products or meat. Starting tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock, they're open whenever the shop is. Come on in, bring dry items, canned items, things like sanitary items, feminine items, diapers, things for old folks. These are the things that are in exceptionally high demand at food banks right now. In Rancocas Village, Hank Flynn, Fox 29 News.
Let's show you live images of PHL. That runway looking glossy, indicating some rain on the runway tonight. A little turbulence in the skies as this system was moving through, I'm sure, Scott. Kind of a mess of a night in the areas. Has the storm moved out yet?
The storm is moving out right now as we speak, but that cold front continues to push through past the shore points, but we're looking at quite a light show right now down the shore. Thankfully, that severe thunderstorm watch was allowed to expire at 10 o'clock, but we saw a few severe thunderstorm warnings earlier through central sections of Delaware. Nothing severe, so you can rest easy for your Thursday night. We'll go hour by hour. Once again, that front pushing away overnight tonight, but the cloud cover, that kind of stays in place for most of the day tomorrow, along with cooler temperatures. Look at the high temperatures this afternoon. We made it well into the 80s, 83 degrees officially for Philadelphia, mid-80s in Wilmington. Atlantic City at the airport, 87 degrees. Feeling like the middle of summer. It's 60 degrees right now in Center City, 47 in Pittsburgh. Those cooler air will continue to move in overnight tonight. 30s for low temperatures in the Poconos, low 40s in the Lehigh Valley, mid 40s for the north and west suburbs. Let's talk about the home opener for tomorrow because temperatures are going to be cooler. We're only looking at mid to upper 50s for high temperatures by first pitch. Temperatures 59 degrees, so grab that light jacket or sweater. For the holiday weekend, the cloud cover will start to decrease each day, but it's chilly on Saturday. Temperatures only in the 50s. Moving ahead to Easter Sunday, a cold start. Temperatures will be in the 30s, but high temperatures moving back to near seasonable averages. Temperatures moving back to Monday, low 60s, low 70s as we get toward Tuesday. And then take a look at next Wednesday. Temperatures close to 80 degrees. Next Thursday and Friday, we're looking at temperatures in the mid, maybe even upper 80s. But a cool stretch for the upcoming holiday weekend. We'll update this forecast coming up in just a bit.
We'll see you soon. There's a new item being added to the lineup at Wawa.
And it's in honor of Kyle Schwarber's monster home run in Game 1 of the NLCS against the San Diego Padres. The Schwarbomb is a new drink that costs $4.88. Schwarber's homer was 488 feet, if you remember. Available iced or frozen. It's a dragon fruit and mango flavored energy drink with an added immunity boost.
Ooh.
You can get it in 16, 24, or 32 ounce cups. It'll be available through the Phillies 2023 season.
Cheers to you on that. So let's check back in with our go vote, shall we here?
Wow, we were asking you, are you worried about the slow start? They're 1-5 here to start the season.
Yeah.
45% of you say yes. I thought it would be more overwhelmingly not. It's early, we're fine. But typical Philly fans, we stress out about our team no matter what, even if it is April.
55% says no. It's so early.
Let's just say this. You got the Reds coming up here this weekend. They're never good. So let's sweep them, and everybody will be feeling fine by next week.
Yeah. I mean, we just stopped playing, and
Yeah.
now we're playing again. You know, give the guys some time to warm up.
The gel. Plus, there's injuries, and they're going to be coming back
for
soon.
them to come back, yes. Still ahead here, a heads up for those who use one of the busiest roads in Philly. Your ride tomorrow, it's going to take you a little while longer. We'll explain. Tennessee House Republicans have expelled 2 of the 3 Democrats who participated in anti-gun violence protests. Now, Representatives Justin Jones and Justin Pearson, who are both black, they were expelled. Representative Gloria Johnson, who is white, was not. All 3 protested with other supporters in the House chambers after the deadly mass shooting at the Covenant School in Nashville.
The Bay Area tech industry is mourning the death of a beloved executive. Bob Lee, who was the founder of Cash App, was stabbed to death in San Francisco.
Fox's Brooks Jarose has more on the search for the killer tonight.
It was just after 2:30 in the morning Tuesday. San Francisco paramedics and police found a man stabbed several times in the city's Rican Hill neighborhood.
I could just see this road blocked off with several cop cars and a few other cars down there.
This is just beyond comprehension.
Main Street is now a place of mourning and mystery. No arrests, no word of any suspects. The victim, tech executive Bob Lee. He was rushed to the hospital where he died.
It's a tragic situation. Paying our respects is the least we can do.
43-year-old Lee was well accomplished, the first chief technology officer at Square and the creator of Cash App, a mobile payment service. His father posting on Facebook saying, "I just lost my best friend, my son. Bobby worked harder than anyone and was the smartest person I have ever known."
For someone who contributed so much, who was a founder, a creator, I'm really, really shocked and upset, and I feel unsafe.
This is a senseless tragedy, and obviously it's made worse by the knowledge that right now there is no suspect in custody.
San Francisco Supervisor Matt Dorsey says he's heard the calls to curb crime.
If you know something or are aware of something, say something.
Managers in security at 2 condo communities tell me surveillance cameras captured the final moments Lee struggled to find help. That video has since been turned over to investigators. But hearts are heavy. Lee's brother posting, "I was so fortunate to grow up with him, and I feel like I've lost part of myself." The district attorney promising the family accountability.
I am devastated for them, and that as the top law enforcement officer in this city and county, I will ensure if somebody is arrested for this crime that we prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law.
But it won't bring back the man many call a visionary in the tech world. Lee's boss, the CEO of cryptocurrency startup MobileCoin, tweeted, "Bob's energy was infectious. He made friends everywhere he went. One of the things that made him truly special was his capacity to dream big and to summon those big crazy dreams into our world. Bob summoned the future into the present."
And that was Brooks Jarose reporting. We have a heads up for all you drivers in Philadelphia here. A stretch of Lincoln Drive will close tomorrow. The road will be shut down in both directions from Johnson Street to Ridge Avenue and Kelly Drive from 8 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon. Parts of Rittenhouse Drive, Wissahickon Avenue, Harvey and Morris Streets will also close. It's also Philadelphia Parks and Rec and Friends of the Wissahickon can perform tree maintenance and also hold a volunteer spring cleaning to clean up the area there.
Some students in Camden being honored today as part of the annual Back on Track celebration. It's an opportunity to highlight students who fell behind in school, but through self-determination and support from adults have recommitted to getting their high school diplomas. 30 students from various schools have been awarded the city's most improved students.
Are you hoping to travel out of the country but need a passport soon? Well, you may need to change those travel plans. Why it will be tough to get one in time.
Storms are moving through right now, and then get ready for a chilly start to the weekend. Plus, your Easter forecast. Just before 10:30 here tonight, here's a look at your top stories. A man ambushed and killed while getting a haircut at a barber shop.
As our Dawn Timoney shows us, this all happened right in the middle of the afternoon.
You can see the evidence markers through the window of Wild Styles Barber Shop on the 5900 block of Germantown Avenue. A pair of hair clippers on the floor. Police say a man getting a haircut shot multiple times in his upper body at 1:30 in the afternoon.
I seen all the police here, and I came around here. My friends here have the soul food spot, and I asked them, they heard it in there. So they were, telling me that they got down because it was so close to their store.
Erin Champion lives nearby and can't believe it happened in the middle of the afternoon and just steps away from the 14th Police District on West Haines Street.
So early during the day, like it's crazy. It makes you scared. Like honestly, that we're not even safe across the street from the district.
This man working a few doors down from the shooting, he was painting the inside of his brother's new business and heard the shots.
Philadelphia. And every time I turn on the news, that's what I see, But I just didn't expect to see it so close,
How scary is that for you?
Scary. It's scary. It really is.
As police combed the scene for evidence and talked to witnesses, word quickly spreading throughout the neighborhood. Shantae Love heads up Amir Healing Center, a nonprofit that supports family and friends affected by homicide. Her office right around the corner.
This is a nice sunny day, and you're in the salon. You're not expecting to witness a murder. You're expecting to have the nice conversation. That didn't happen today.
This man is from the neighborhood. He was getting his phone fixed at a nearby business several hours after the shots rang out.
It could have been kids in the barbershop. My kids could have been in the barbershop. Anybody could have been in there. Anything could have happened. So it's unbelievable, to be honest.
That was Dawn Timoney reporting from Germantown. A man is now charged with murder after an apparent road rage shooting Monday morning. The gunshots caught on surveillance video. The DA's office says 22-year-old Derek Escribano faces murder and other charges after the incident on the 2000 block of Mercy Street. Video here captures two cars speeding the wrong way down the road. They come to an abrupt stop, and prosecutors say Escribano chased after 42-year-old Darren Whitfield. You hear the shots ring out, and Whitfield died at the hospital.
Right now, it is a rainy end of your Thursday as we prepare for a cool and cloudy Friday, the start of the Easter holiday weekend. So, Scott, where is this storm system right now?
Yeah, right now, Sheba, the cold front is pushing offshore, but the bulk of the rainfall has been south and east of Philadelphia really the entire evening. We had a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings earlier for sections of Delaware, but thankfully that severe weather threat has diminished. Over the next couple of hours, still some light showers, especially as you move south and east of the I-95 corridor, in particular down the shore, looking at some steadier showers moving just into Sussex County as well. So as we zoom in, once again, a lot of the lightning continuing to push out to sea. Nothing is severe, but the temperatures are dropping. Remember, we had high temperatures well into the 80s this afternoon. Right now, it's 59 degrees in Hamilton. Temperatures currently 60 degrees in Philadelphia and 50 right now in the Pocono. So overnight low temperatures will be dipping into the 40s. The cloud cover kind of hangs around for your Friday. Of course, we've got the Phil's home opener. Temperatures are going to be drastically cooler for tomorrow. In fact, take a look at the numbers. We're looking at mid to upper 50s far north and west for tomorrow. 56th in the Lehigh Valley, right around 60 degrees along the I-95 corridor with mostly cloudy skies, making it feel a little cooler. We'll have that hour-by-hour forecast for the Phillies home opener coming up. Much cooler conditions for your entire Easter weekend, but if you like the 80s, you'll like the 7-day forecast because they're making a comeback for a part of next week. We'll talk about just how warm it gets in just a few minutes. Back over to you.
Thank you, Scott. And we just want to remind everybody and invite all of you to join us live at 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday evening for the You Decide Philadelphia's next mayor Democratic primary debate. This event is hosted at Temple University. Sheba leading the panel. I'll be moderating. We have a link on our website if you want to register for free tickets. And just a reminder, these candidates have had dozens of forums leading up until now, but this will be their first chance to debate the issues.
We've been working really hard on this debate, so be sure to tune in at 6:30 next Tuesday. A lot of late nights. With spring break now here, some people have chosen to head overseas, but a U.S. passport backlog has ruined some travel plans.
And that little blue book, it's taking longer than promised. Here's Fox's Ryan Elijah.
It was supposed to be a special spring break trip to Jamaica that Nashara Reed Plummer and her daughters would not forget.
I was looking forward to this trip to be like, oh, I can't wait for you guys to taste the food that I ate. I can't wait for you to see where I grew up.
Those plans, though, were ruined when one of the 5 passports didn't arrive in time for Sunday's flight, but she sent 3 of her daughters on the trip anyway.
I paid almost $1,100 to have all of these stuff done in time.
Derek Robinson's wife and daughter flew to Mexico Monday, but their trip almost didn't happen. His wife applied in January and paid for the expedited service. She should have gotten that in 3 to 5 weeks, but that didn't happen.
Always busy.
Robinson called the passport appointment line for help, but she says she always gets a busy tone. Instead, his wife went to Atlanta's passport agency pleading for help.
The cards were in our favor, fortunately, because of my wife's determination. So we're hoping and praying that they have a good time.
The State Department says they're getting 500,000 applications every week. The agency saying a routine request will take 10 to 13 weeks, and an expedited request will be 7 to 9.
I think the biggest problem right now is just a lack of understanding of how long the process is taking, because it's taking longer than normal.
People who've experienced problems say something needs to be done.
They have their rules and regulations that we have to abide by, and I just feel like they're not abiding by their rules and regulation, and that's not fair.
The State Department say they expect to issue a record number of passports this year. The agency recommends you apply early to save yourself the headache. Ryan Elijah, Fox News.
10 to 13 weeks for the regular one. You know, we all know that babies are special, but when it comes to this baby girl, let's just say this family has been waiting for her for more than a century.
I have 2 older brothers, and they both have boys, and my dad had 3 boys, and his dad had 3 boys.
The first girl born into this family in more than 130 years.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
A Michigan family recently welcomed their baby girl into the world, and she's going to have such an incredible story to tell for the rest of her life. I mean, I would tell it as soon as I can start talking.
A very special story. Yes, she's a very special little girl. She's the first girl born in her family in more than 130 years.
Wow.
Fox's Amy Lang reports.
I have 2 older brothers, and they both have boys, and my dad had 3 boys, and his dad had 3 boys, and my great-great-grandfather had 2 boys, and then my great-great-great-grandfather, he had 5 children, and the last one that was born in 1885 was a girl.
Andrew and Carolyn Clark of West Michigan didn't think they would be the ones to break the streak. After all, their first baby was a boy.
We just assumed we're going to have another boy because obviously history showed itself with Cameron.
But when they decided to expand their family, they just had to find out.
We were just like, I have to know. Once again, just assumed it was a boy, but you know, it's always a 50-50 chance, and you never know.
At their gender reveal party, they didn't even know, but their cousin, who did know, baked rainbow cookies with pink frosting in the middle.
We were just all kind of shocked that it was actually pink on the inside. It was a very pleasant surprise, but we were all very shocked and in disbelief.
It didn't take long for the pink presents to start pouring in.
Our parents have just been spoiling her before she was even here, you know, and buying all the bows and tutus and outfits and
all the pinks and purples that we've never been able to go buy.
She's got enough clothes that she doesn't have to wear the same outfit twice.
And big brother Cameron is smitten, generous with his kisses, and determined to keep his little sister safe from bad guys.
Yeah, and punch those guys away.
You'll punch them away, okay.
Age 4 and already her protector. After all, this precious baby girl is the rarest of jewels in the long Clark family line of boys. And this family could not be happier.
We found out it was a girl. We were very shocked that the unicorn emerged and made her debut.
I just thought history was gonna continue and be a literal boys, but we're blessed and we're happy. Our little rainbow baby born on a special rainbow day.
In Southfield, Amy Lang, Fox News.
She's on to do great things. I can feel it. Do you want to try again, Jason? Does this make you want to try again?
4 boys for me. I'm done. We're tracking storms tonight, followed by a cloudy Friday and a major cool down for the holiday weekend.
If you've noticed, tornadoes seem to be happening a lot more lately. You're right.
Yeah, Fox 29 meteorologist Drew Anderson takes a closer look at our local tornado zones.
Well, growing up around here, I don't remember many tornadoes. It's pretty rare, at least it was, to get a tornado in our parts of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware. But that's changed. We're now in a tornado zone, and the stats are startling. I look back over the last 10 years, and let's split the last decade in half. From 2012 to 2017, we got 8 tornadoes, which sounds typical. But look at this. From 2018 through today, we've had 49 tornadoes. That is an increase, you ready, of 600%. And Kathy Orr has gotten wind of this. She sensed this. So last year, she did a story to help you prepare that we're now in a tornado zone. If you didn't see it, watch.
New tornado zones are developing even in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, places where we didn't get many tornadoes in the past.
Look at that tornado! On the days when everything's ripe within the atmosphere to produce a tornado, we're seeing more tornadoes on those days. When we get the tornado days, explosions of them.
Perfect example of this was last summer. The number of tornadoes per storm was astounding. July 8th, Tropical Storm Elsa produced 2 brief tornadoes. July 29th, supercell storms produced 10 tornadoes, 6 in Pennsylvania, 4 in New Jersey. August 19th, the remnants of Fred produced 3 tornadoes. And the most devastating outbreak, September 1st, with the remnants of Ida. 7 tornadoes, including the EF3 in Mullica Hill, with winds estimated at 150 miles an hour.
And that tornado outbreak played out again just over this past weekend. And Kathy brought up a great point. When we do get tornadoes now, we get more of them. And not only do we get more of them on those days, the wind speeds are now higher on average. Typically, when we get a tornado now, the wind speeds are around 100 miles an hour. Let's talk about what kind of damage that does. If there's debris in the air, when it slams into your windows, it can break them. In addition, 100-mile-per-hour winds, it can do that. It can uproot trees and do that right there if you have a big tree near your home. Now, once trees get hit with winds over 100 miles an hour, well, they start getting chewed up and they look more like a wood chipper came by and they snap. So as we get more tornadoes in our region, we'll be seeing more tornado damage. We'll keep an eye on that. But guys, astounding, right? Hard to believe.
Absolutely is, Drew. Thank you for the stats on that, because we were wondering. We are keeping a close eye on a line of storms to the south and east of Philly. Scott has your forecast in 15 seconds.
And thankfully, out of the severe thunderstorm warnings that we had earlier this evening through sections of Delaware, no tornadoes reported. So no tornado warnings with this system. And certainly this system was not anticipating to produce tornadoes. So that is the good news. But we did have some damage reports, mainly in through sections of Maryland, just south of Baltimore, as well as around the nation's capital. Some tree damage and winds that were gusting over 60 miles per hour. For us, still some leftover showers right now, kind of moving around Philadelphia, sections of South Jersey, as well as Delaware, but the severe weather threat, that is over. Tracking that cold front as it moves out to sea overnight tonight. For your Friday, it's going to be mostly cloudy and noticeably cooler. Those temperatures today made it into the low 80s for Philadelphia. Look at this, 83 degrees, mid 80s in Wilmington. Temperatures at the airport in Atlantic City, 87 degrees, unheard of for this time of year, but temperatures chilly overnight tonight. 36 degrees, the low temperature in the Poconos, low 40s toward the Lehigh Valley. Headed to the game tomorrow, the Phillies home opener, 3:05. Temperatures by first pitch, 59 degrees, so mostly cloudy. Grab that light jacket or windbreaker at the game. Your travel forecast along the I-95 corridor. Upper 50s in New York City for your Good Friday. 59 in Washington, D.C. Temperatures in the Poconos will be in the 40s. Looking at that holiday weekend forecast, 60 for the high temperature tomorrow. Temperatures for Saturday will be stuck in the 50s. Sunday, Easter Sunday, temperatures top out around 60 degrees, but a cold start. Temperatures Easter Sunday for sunrise services upper 30s to low 40s. Moving toward next Monday, high temperatures back into the low 60s. Then we turn up the heat. Temperatures Tuesday, 72 degrees. Look at the 80-degree temperatures next Wednesday, 80 degrees, mid-80s as we get toward next Thursday. We'll update this forecast tonight at 11, but cool holiday weekend ahead. Back over to you.
Looks like it. All right, Scott, thank you very much. Breland, what's coming up in sports?
Well, Jason, the Sixers ended their regular season home schedule this evening when they hosted the Miami Heat. We'll take you to the Wells Fargo Center for a look in at all the action coming up next in sports.
This Fox 29 program is brought to you by Toyota. Dear drivers, Toyota has 20 models with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. Toyota, let's go places.
It's a brand new day.
Don't let junk get in the way.
All you have to do is point.
And you'll be back to your old self again.
Yeah!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Your Nissan Sports Wrap on Fox 29.
The Sixers closed out their regular season home schedule this evening with a final game against the Miami Heat. So let's head on down to South Philly for those highlights. First quarter here, Sixers down 6, and Joel Embiid makes the nice spin move, finishes with the tough layup and the foul. He took a hard landing, but he's going to be okay, and he had 21 points on the evening. But skipping to the second quarter, Heat up big, and in transition, Max Strus with the wide open 3, and he knocks it down. Sixers trailed by as many as 25 in the first half as they lose 129-101. But the Delaware Bluecoats looking to win their first ever NBA G League title, taking on Rio Grande. Reigning slam dunk champ Mac McClung showing off his long-range skills there with a three-pointer. Game is still in progress, but the Bluecoats leading 112-108 in the fourth. Meanwhile, the Flyers came into today riding a 4-game losing streak. They're in Dallas playing the Stars. Seconds remaining in the first half here. This is where we're going to start. Stars with the puck, and Jason Robertson misses the first shot but scores on his second attempt. Stars take the lead with 1.3 seconds left to go in the period. Second period of play, Flyers down 3-0 now. Ivan Provorov turns the puck over. Stars take possession, and there's Robertson again for a goal, second of the night. Flyers currently trailing 4-1 in the third period. The Phillies home opener was postponed due to the anticipated inclement weather today. So they're now going to start their 3-game series against the Reds tomorrow at 3:05. But the Union getting ready to hit the road this weekend. Boys in Blue going to be taking on Eastern Conference leader FC Cincinnati Saturday. And the last time these two squads met was in the playoffs last year. And Union head coach Jim Curtin says this matchup with FC Cincinnati is becoming quite the rivalry.
There's a history now with us and their team, partly because of the friendships and relationships that are there on the field and with the staffs, but also there's a playoff history now too. So I think that the rivalry is a good, strong, healthy one.
And the first round of the Masters here, Tiger Woods on the 17th goes from the edge of the bunker all the way to another bunker. Yeah, he finished 2 over on the day as he tries to make the cut tomorrow. Shot of the day, though, goes to amateur Sam Bennett. He's playing in his first career Masters. Chips in this eagle on the second hole. He finished at 4 under for the round today. But taking a look here at the leaderboard, 3-way tie for first between Victor Hovland, John Rahm, Brooks Koepka. Cameron Young, Jason Day, both 2 strokes behind, and there's currently 7 players tied at 4 under. The 10 o'clock news going to be right back after the short timeout.
Eagles center Jason Kelce and his brother, Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce, are on the path to becoming Hall of Famers, but their mom, Donna, kind of beat them to it, sort of. You may remember this jersey. It was custom, and she wore it when her sons faced off in the Super Bowl.
Chiefs on the front, Eagles on the back. Well, it was so iconic that the jersey and the shoes, the sneaks you see there on the right, she wore with it. They're now in the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton as recognition that her sons, Jason and Travis, were the first brothers to play each other in the big game, the Super Bowl.
They renamed it the Kelsey Bowl, so there should be some paraphernalia in the Hall of Fame for it, and that's it.
Yeah, a lot of history made during that Super Bowl. Don't go anywhere.
Fox 29 News at 11 is next.